You know what is super overlooked? Ableism. If you do not know what ableism is, it's a form of discrimination towards people who are disabled. This includes all forms of disabled, by the way, guys, not just people in wheelchairs or crutches. The most overlooked disability is probably mental disabilities, things like autism, ADHD, even depression. The R slur, which is used to discriminate to disabled people, is also used way too much. At this point, I think it's the most used slur in modern days. This is very disrespectful, and since it's said around many people who are disabled, it can make their life even more difficult. It can cause insecurity, or even just offend them in general. Reminder that a disability is not controllable. You cannot go judging and mocking people for being disabled, physically, mentally, any form of it. If you believe you're starting to show signs of ableism, then please, and I mean please, try to get those thoughts out of your mind. Think before speaking. You should not be saying a vulgar word like the R slur. It is insensitive and disgusting. Please, guys, can we please spread more awareness on ableism and people who suffer from it?
Ableism has become so normalized. Before we start, this is the definition of ableism. Ableism, policies, behaviors, rules, etc., that result in unfair or harmful treatment of disabled people. People who have illness, injury, or condition that makes it difficult for them to do things that most other people can do. And in continued unfair advantage to people who are not disabled. There's mentally and physically disabled people, so yes, ableism affects both types. Ableism has always been normalized, but so much more now. Ableism isn't just hating disabled people. People use the R slur so frequently, they don't care that it's offensive. Saying, "Is it acoustic?" or "Do you get extra time on tests?" is ableist. They're phrases used to mock autistic people in particular, but also other mentally disabled people. Pretending to be disabled for views or to make a certain group look bad is disgusting. People claiming to be trans-disabled is ableist. Infantilizing disabled people is ableist. Far too much internet humor relies on disabled people being the butt of the joke. Yes, that's right. People use disabled people as a joke, not treating their problems as something serious. The tweet, "You people can't do anything," wasn't out of context or acceptable to be used in the right context. Disabilities do just that, disabled people. That tweet was in response to someone saying that they, as someone with ADHD, find Halloween costumes extremely stressful. Other ableist things include lack of compliance with disability rights laws, assuming we need to be cured, refusing to provide accommodations, insisting that we should bring back mental institutions. Mental institutions or asylums were never good. They commonly abused and neglected the people in their care. Disabled adults, children, and teenagers were all subjected to horrific treatment, all because they were disabled. They were often left for dead, starved, and tortured. One of the most commonly seen thing on TikTok in particular is when someone posts a video of their disabled child. Most of the comments are negative, always stating, "Oh, my anger issues could never." In case you're unaware of what that means, it's people saying that they would physically harm their child for showing traits of their disability. Yes, it is that deep. Disabled people are human beings too, and we deserve the most basic respect. We deserve rights. We should not have to be subjected to harm, physical or verbal harassment, or threats of violence just for existing.
I absolutely despise people who say, "Let's bring back bullying." That's when you know how insanely cruel a person can be. Because bullying is not some kind of joke. Bullying is a serious form of abuse. So many lives have been lost, hurt, or scarred, all because mean people couldn't keep to themselves. What do people get out of being mean anyways? Are they so soulless that they have to suck the life out of other people? And the whole concept of bullying is so weird. Why are bullies mad at another person's existence? Especially when the victim hasn't done anything wrong. I can't even begin to understand how bullies are entertained by hurting other people. They are so insanely pathetic, and most of the time, the poor victims can never stand up for themselves out of fear. Goodness, I hate bullies. Toodles, Briar Briders, out of here.
You're not problematic just because you read a controversial manhwa or like controversial shows. I'm getting sick and tired of the word problematic just being thrown around for everything. It has lost its meaning at this point. There's a massive difference between consuming controversial media and actively endorsing harmful or abusive behavior. Rape, abuse, exploitation, harassment, and sending death threats are not on the same level as someone listening to a certain artist or using the wrong slime background. I promise you, this creator you don't like isn't suddenly problematic and deserving of being canceled just because they put a rainbow on their profile picture without even knowing what it meant. People just be throwing words around for every little thing and then wonder why, especially the rant community, has such a bad reputation. Grow up and stop calling random people problematic for just simply liking some unknown fucked up media. Learn to distinguish between actual harmful behavior and something you simply find annoying or disagree with.
Lolcow culture needs eradicated off the face of the earth. I don't care if you're doing it as a meme or antagonizing them, interacting with predators in the content they make, such as trying to get them to follow you or, in some repulsive cases, messaging them, is disgusting. And block me if you think doing so is funny. You can claim all you want, you don't support them, but your actions are making them a celebrity. Good lord, sometimes I think TikTok should have stayed banned. Wibs out.
You love making fun of neurodivergent, unattractive people, not lolcows. Long story short, if you participate in lolcow culture, you're disgusting. All the people who are considered lolcows are always either neurodivergent, conventionally unattractive, or cringe. Before you say, but we bully them because they're bad people, I know that the majority of them are bad people, and yes, they should be held accountable and criticized for their wrongdoings. However, this is just an excuse to feel morally correct while harassing and bullying people for neurodivergent and/or physical qualities you dislike. Rarely do I see people bring up the actual reasons these lolcows deserve repercussions for. If you're going to make fun of lolcows for traits unrelated to their bad actions, you're nothing more than a bully waiting for an opportunity to get away with it. Anyway, Vivica out.
I hate how people call everything AI now. We've had CGI, VFX, and digital editing for decades, but the second people see something impressive, they instantly say that's AI. I saw a video where someone was literally showing how they made CGI effects, and someone in the comments still went, that's AI, by the way. What annoys me most is how it completely ignores the actual skill behind it. People spend years learning editing, animation, compositing, and visual effects, only for others to reduce it all to AI. Not every cool effect or creative video is AI generated. Sometimes it's just real talent, effort, and CGI.
Why do people assume everything is AI nowadays? And I mean everything. Your dog? AI. Your grandpa? AI. Your soul? Yeah, that's AI too. Not everything is AI. Did we forget CGI is a thing? Editing is a thing. Just because it doesn't look real doesn't automatically make it AI. And yes, I know, with the advancement of generative AI, you do have to be careful of what you believe on the internet. But that's beside the point. Spider rants out.
Watching anti-woke people react to the Nintendo Direct for Tamagotchi Life Living the Dream is funny as hell. Because what do you mean this grown-ass man is sitting here acting like this over an optional choice in the game?
No, 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 no!
Dating preferences?
No!
Okay, their voice. My name is Angie. My name is Angie. It's nice to meet you.
Nintendo.
Answer some questions about their personality.
Nintendo.
And...
What did you Obama, what have you done? What have you done?
You'll need to take care of your me at the start.
Exactly, stupid woke game.
Stupid woke game. This shows that this person really can't accept different people at all. I mean, not to be rude, but the way they're reacting to the Direct is pretty woke. And the fact that you can see a whole chunk of the chat is not agreeing with what he's saying at all is probably really embarrassing for him. In the original Tamagotchi Life, the game does not allow same-sex marriage or romantic relationships between me characters. The game requires characters to be of opposite genders to marry or fall in love. As Nintendo stated, it was not possible to change the design to allow this. But now, we are in 2026, and can now have the ability to even be non-binary, and to have the ability to have same-sex marriage in the new Tamagotchi Life. Which is optional, by the way, so I don't know why people are complaining about these new mechanics being added. And this whole Nintendo going woke thing is pissing me off so much. Like they have not been woke? Pearl and Marina! Lesbians and its canon in Japan. Vivian from Mario Paper? Transgender. Oh, you want to talk about Birdo too? Well, guess what? She is widely considered a trans icon due to early game descriptions suggesting she is a male who identifies as female. And we might as well even consider Isabelle from Animal Crossing to be pansexual, since she welcomes all the players to the game and shows them around, and that she always has a crush on the player of the game no matter what gender. I would go into more detail on how Nintendo has been woke, but that's just gonna be for later. But back to my point, people need to stop crying of this because it is such a non-issue. That's all I have for today. Have a wonderful and fantastic day, everyone. Xeno out.
I hate it when people assume about someone's sexuality and preferences. I find it rude and disrespectful. Like when they say a guy is gay and then say it's obvious or look at him. Excuse me? Does a person have to be or look a certain way to be homosexual, straight, etc.? Personally, I feel it's not very different from when a homophobic person assumes that, for example, if a boy is feminine, it's because he's gay. First of all, unless you're homophobic, why would you be interested in someone's sexuality unless you're romantically interested in that person? If they are just your friend, why are you assuming their sexuality? It's none of your business. And in any case, if you're just curious, you can assume about other people's preferences anyway. I don't know, I just get angry when people do that. Am I overreacting?